When you realised what was actually happening here, Sue, what were you thinking?
Well, initially, I was sat next to a local American chap, and he said, "Oh, look, somebody's got some firecrackers going," and he pointed towards Mandalay Bay, and you could see like little sparks coming from the area. So we just laughed and carried on listening to Jason. And then suddenly we heard the second round of pop, 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 and somebody shouted out, "It's a shooter, it's a gunman, get down, get down." And it wasn't till I got on the floor that I just realised this is real, this is real, this is happening, and we're going to get killed. And then we were told to get up and run for our lives. And I attempted to get up, and in the exodus of people stampeding out, I got knocked over, regained my movements and started running like everybody else towards the exits. But all the time running, I just thought one of these bullets is going to hit us, and we don't know quite how far these bullets are going to reach. And every time a second round of bullets came in, we tried to hide behind a car or some sort of vehicle to shield ourselves from the bullets. And all the time we were doing that, we heard the police shouting, "Don't stop, keep running, don't stop, keep running." And the firepower got stronger and stronger. And it was almost like the gunman was in the arena itself. And it felt like he was following us out of the arena. It was just so surreal. It was unbearable. It was absolutely horrific.
And David,
and
I can imagine
stage,
at the time, sorry David, I was just going to say that it must have been frightening, because you obviously, even though you'd seen those bursts from the hotel, was it clear at the time that there was only one gunman, or was the fear that you might be being targeted by a sort of bigger attack?
Yes.
No, as we we got out of the festival grounds, and one of the festival staff had opened these big gates at the back, and we were running. We went through a forecourt of a gas station across the road, and we found ourselves in a car park, and we would sort of run, and as soon as the shooting, we would try and duck down, hide, and then all of a sudden the sound of the gunfire changed. It wasn't now a bang, 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 it was a crack, 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 crack. And our immediate thought was, there's a second shooter. And he's close to us because of the change in the noise. Of course, we then ran into the back end of the hotel along a big long corridor off which were all the bedrooms. And suddenly people came in from the other end saying, "Go back, the shooter's out the front." Well, we just put two and two together now, thinking, yes, there was another shooter. And we're rushing down this corridor, and thankfully, in hindsight, one of the guests in the hotel opened his bedroom door to see what was going on, and we just piled into his bedroom and slammed the door, and it ended up there were 16 of us laying on the floor in this bedroom, all deadly quiet, hiding behind furniture and everything else, just trying not to draw attention to ourselves, because there was an outside window to this room, so there was no lights on, curtains drawn, and just deadly quiet. Don't do anything that's going to draw attention to him, because we did think at that stage that there was another shooter.
It was horrific. I mean, we were partying with these people. They were like our festival friends. You know, we'd spent 3 days with these people, and one of the policemen who was on duty in the festival, I believe he was one who got shot. You know, we had a joke with him, and it's just heartbreaking to learn that you can go to something which is so pleasurable to enjoy music with your friends. We were with 4 of the British friends at the time, and this sort of thing happens, and before you know it, there is casualties, you know, this high degree of numbers. It was horrific, horrific. I honestly thought when we were in the room we were going to die. We all sat holding hands, and one of the young local ladies, an American lady, started saying prayers for us all, because we just thought the gunman was in the hotel and he would open fire on any of the rooms and this could be the end.
David, a lot of debate about gun control, as there always is after these things. It's a very alien culture, the gun culture in America, to most British people. How will this affect your decision as a couple to go back to places like Vegas, to go to America? Would you do that again, given what's happened to you?
We've been going to America for probably 15 years. We do like it, and we've become, I suppose, accustomed to seeing guns, all the armed police, and certainly out into the countryside, the locals all carrying guns. But this has kind of put us off. It's certainly soured Las Vegas for us.
David, you're both wearing wristbands. Tell me the significance of the wristbands that you're wearing.
Yeah.
These are the entry into the festival, and there's on the back here there's a code built into this, and as you pass through the entry turnstiles it's scanned, and that verifies it's a valid ticket and it's linked to our names. But you have to cut them off, and what we've decided is that in sort of memory of those people that have been killed, we are going to wear them for 59 days, and hopefully we won't have to wear them more than that, but it's going to be one day for every person that's whose life was taken.
Well, that's a very touching thing for you both to do. It can't be easy to talk about this and to relive what you went through, an extraordinary first-hand account of just how terrifying that was. And we wish you both, David, Sue, all the very best as you recover. I would imagine you're going to need some counselling after this, because I can't imagine anything more terrifying than what you've been through, and knowing how many died and how many were seriously wounded. What a lucky escape you've both had, and thank God you have.